Imagine an animal so powerful, it can dominate the harshest environment on Earth. An animal that is a master of land and sea. This is the polar bear, the undisputed king of the Arctic. They are the world's largest land carnivore, a symbol of raw strength and incredible endurance. But there is a surprising fact about this magnificent beast. Despite their thick white fur, their skin is actually black. This black skin helps them absorb the sun's heat, a crucial adaptation for surviving in the freezing north. This is the first of many facts we will uncover today. Our journey will be guided by a simple principle: facts first, then wonder. We will build a solid foundation of knowledge, and from there, explore the awe-inspiring world these animals inhabit. We are going to explore the complete story of the polar bear. We will begin with their biology. We'll look at the incredible features that allow them to thrive in extreme cold. 2 layers of fur, a thick layer of body fat, huge paws that act like snowshoes. We will examine their life cycle, from tiny, helpless cubs born in snow dens to formidable adults roaming the vast sea ice. Understanding their biology is the key to appreciating just how perfectly they are designed for their unique home. It is a story of evolution and adaptation, a masterpiece of nature's engineering that has been perfected over thousands of years. We will see how every single part of them serves a purpose. Following that, we will venture into their world, the Arctic sea ice. This frozen ocean is not just a landscape, it is their hunting ground, their highway, their nursery. The ice is the foundation of their entire existence. We will see how polar bears use this shifting platform to hunt their primary prey, seals. Their lives are tied to the rhythm of the seasons, the freezing and thawing of the ice. We will explore their incredible hunting techniques, which require immense patience, power, and intelligence. From waiting motionless for hours at a seal's breathing hole to powerful, explosive ambushes, their methods are a testament to their status as the apex predator of the Arctic. But this world of ice is changing. It is vanishing at an alarming rate. This is the central challenge facing polar bears today, and we will confront it directly. We will investigate how climate change is shrinking their habitat, literally melting the ground beneath their paws. This forces them to swim longer distances, burn more energy, and struggle to find food. We will also look at the complex relationship between polar bears and humans. As the ice recedes, bears and people are coming into contact more frequently, leading to new challenges for both. We will discuss the conservation efforts underway to protect these animals and what the future might hold for them in a rapidly warming world. The polar bear is a masterpiece of evolutionary design, sculpted by the relentless demands of the Arctic. Its very form is a testament to survival in a world of extreme cold. Let's begin with its size. An adult male polar bear can weigh up to 1,500 pounds and stand over 10 feet tall on its hind legs. This immense size is not just for show, it is a critical advantage. A larger body loses heat more slowly than a smaller one, a simple rule of physics that is a matter of life and death in the Arctic. This massive frame is supported by a thick layer of fat, which can be up to 4 inches thick. This blubber acts as both a vital energy reserve and a powerful insulator against the freezing air and icy water. Beyond the fat, the polar bear possesses one of nature's most effective winter coats. It is not just one layer of fur, but 2. The outer layer consists of long, oily guard hairs. These hairs are hollow and transparent, not truly white. They scatter sunlight, making the coat appear white and providing excellent camouflage. This oily coating also sheds water easily, keeping the bear dry after a swim. Beneath this protective shield lies a dense undercoat of shorter, softer fur. This layer traps a pocket of air close to the bear's skin, creating a thermal barrier, so effective that polar bears can actually overheat when they run for long distances, even in sub-zero temperatures. Even the bear's skin plays a crucial role in this thermal regulation system. Beneath that iconic white fur, the polar bear's skin is black. This dark pigmentation absorbs as much solar radiation as possible, soaking up heat from the weak Arctic sun. Furthermore, their paws are enormous, reaching up to 12 inches in width. These large paws function like snowshoes, distributing the bear's weight so it can walk across deep snow and thin ice. The bottoms of their paws are covered with rough black pads and non-retractable claws, which provide excellent traction and grip on slippery ice surfaces. Every element of the polar bear's physical makeup is finely tuned for its environment. Their streamlined body is built for efficiency in the water, allowing them to swim for long distances with ease. Their powerful limbs are capable of breaking through thick ice and hauling heavy seals out of the water. Size, fat, fur, specialized paws. The combination of these creates an animal that is not just surviving in the Arctic, but thriving. It is a perfect example of how life adapts to fill even the most challenging niches on our planet. This physical architecture is the foundation upon which their entire life is built, enabling them to hunt, travel, and reproduce in a landscape where few other large mammals can endure. To dominate the vast, seemingly empty expanse of the Arctic, a predator needs more than just brute strength. It needs highly developed senses. The polar bear's most extraordinary sense is its sense of smell. It is believed to be one of the most powerful in the animal kingdom. A polar bear can detect the scent of a seal carcass from nearly 20 miles away. It can also smell a seal's breathing hole in the ice from over half a mile away. This incredible olfactory ability allows the bear to locate prey across immense distances, saving precious energy that would otherwise be spent on fruitless searching. It is their primary tool for finding food in a landscape that offers few visual clues. While their sense of smell is legendary, their other senses are also perfectly suited to their world. Polar bears have excellent hearing, capable of detecting sounds above the water, capable of detecting sounds below the water. They can hear seals moving under the snow in their subnivean layers, guiding them to a potential meal. Their eyesight is also sharp, comparable to that of a human. They have a protective nictitating membrane over their eyes, which acts like a third eyelid. This membrane helps to shield their eyes from the intense glare of the sun, reflecting off the snow and ice, reducing the effects of snow blindness. It also protects their eyes from blowing snow and the salty spray of the Arctic Ocean during a swim. Beyond their 5 basic senses, polar bears possess an innate understanding of their environment that is crucial for survival. They have a remarkable ability to navigate the ever-changing sea ice. Scientists believe they use the sun's position, wind patterns, and possibly even the Earth's magnetic field. This internal compass is vital as they follow the seasonal advance and retreat of the ice edge, which is their primary hunting ground. Their ability to read the ice, to know where it is stable and where it is weak, is a skill learned over a lifetime and passed down from mother to cub. It is a form of intelligence born from necessity. This suite of senses and survival skills allows the polar bear to operate with incredible efficiency. Wasting energy in the Arctic is a fatal mistake. The ability to smell prey from miles away, to hear a seal beneath the snow, and to navigate the frozen ocean with precision means that every calorie expended has a purpose. These adaptations are not just biological curiosities. They are the tools of a master hunter. They allow the polar bear to find food, avoid danger, and raise its young in one of the most unforgiving habitats on Earth. It is a sensory system that transforms the seemingly barren ice into a landscape rich with opportunity. The life of a polar bear begins in darkness and silence, deep within a snow den. The reproductive cycle is carefully timed to the rhythms of the Arctic. Mating typically occurs on the sea ice between April and May. Male bears will track the scent of a receptive female for many miles. After mating, a fascinating biological process called delayed implantation occurs. The fertilized egg does not immediately implant in the female's uterus. It remains in suspended development for several months. This delay ensures cubs are born at the most opportune time. The mother must gain enough weight to sustain them through the long winter. Implantation finally happens in the autumn, around September or October, only if she has enough fat reserves. She must nearly double her body weight to support pregnancy and nursing. If she fails at summer hunting or autumn hunting, her body may reabsorb the embryo. She will not give birth. Pregnant females dig a maternity den in a deep snowdrift, on land, or on stable sea ice. There she enters a state similar to hibernation. Not true hibernation. Body temperature drops only slightly. Her heart rate slows dramatically to conserve energy. She will not eat, she will not drink, she will not defecate for months. Between November, December, and January, inside the den, the mother gives birth. She typically has a litter: 1 cub, 2 cubs, twins most common, or 3 cubs. At birth, cubs are shockingly small and vulnerable. They weigh only about 1 pound. They are blind, they are deaf, they are covered in a very fine, thin coat of hair, completely dependent on their mother for warmth and nourishment. Her milk is over 30% fat, one of the richest in the animal kingdom. This energy-dense milk fuels astonishing growth. They huddle close, drawing warmth from her as the Arctic winter rages outside. For 3 to 4 months, the den is their entire world. The mother fasts, converting stored body fat into milk. An incredible feat of endurance. She may lose hundreds of pounds. Inside the den, the cubs' eyes open. Their fur thickens. They begin to crawl and play, building strength in their small bodies. This period of seclusion is critical. It lets cubs develop in a safe, stable environment before facing the Arctic. The den is the crucible where the next generation of polar bears is forged. The polar bear's world is a kingdom forged from frozen water. This is the Arctic sea ice, a vast, dynamic habitat. It stretches for millions of square miles across the top of the world. It is not a solid, uniform sheet, but a mosaic of different ice types. There is multi-year ice. There is first-year ice. There are leads and polynyas. This complex, ever-changing landscape is the foundation of the Arctic marine ecosystem. For the polar bear, it is everything. It is their home. It is their highway. It is their hunting ground. The polar bear's scientific name, Ursus maritimus, means maritime bear. They are not truly land animals. They are marine mammals, spending the majority of their lives on the sea ice. The ice is a crucial platform to hunt their primary prey, seals. Seals depend on the sea ice. Ringed seal, bearded seal. Seals use the ice to rest, give birth, and nurse their pups. Polar bears evolved over millennia to stalk and ambush seals from the ice. Without the ice, bears cannot effectively hunt their most important food source. The geography of the Arctic is uniquely suited to forming this sea ice habitat. The Arctic Ocean is almost completely surrounded by North America, Eurasia, and the island of Greenland. This enclosed basin limits exchange with warmer oceans, allowing surface waters to cool and freeze. The polar bear's range spans the circumpolar region, including Canada, Greenland, Norway, Russia, and the United States. They are powerful swimmers, but not adapted to hunting seals in open water. They rely on ice ridges and cracks for cover while approaching prey. This kingdom of ice is also a place for rest and travel. Polar bears are built for long-distance journeys. The sea ice provides the perfect surface for them to traverse enormous home ranges. They move between hunting areas following the seasonal distribution of seals. In summer, some populations follow the retreating ice edge northward. Others are forced ashore when the ice melts completely, waiting for autumn freeze. The very existence of the polar bear is inextricably linked to the presence of this frozen ocean. The seasonal rhythm of the sea ice, a cycle that has defined the polar bear's existence for thousands of years, is being profoundly disrupted. The Earth is warming, and the Arctic is warming at more than twice the rate of the rest of the planet. This rapid temperature increase is causing the sea ice to melt earlier in the spring and freeze later in the autumn. The overall extent of the ice, especially the crucial summer sea ice, is shrinking at an alarming rate. Since satellite records began in 1979, the minimum summer sea ice extent has declined by about 13% per decade. The ice that remains is also younger and thinner, making it more vulnerable to melting and breaking apart. This loss of sea ice represents a direct loss of habitat for the polar bear. Imagine the ground beneath your feet simply melting away. For polar bears, this is not a metaphor, it is their reality. The shrinking ice cover means their hunting platform is disappearing. The period they can spend on the ice hunting seals is getting shorter, while the ice-free period they must spend on land is getting longer. This forces them to fast for extended periods, pushing the limits of their incredible endurance. For pregnant females, a longer fast means they may not be able to build up enough fat reserves to support a successful pregnancy, leading to lower birth rates. The changing character of the ice also presents new challenges. The loss of thick, multi-year ice in favor of thinner, first-year ice makes the habitat less stable and more fragmented. This can make travel more difficult and dangerous for the bears. They may have to swim longer distances between ice flows, expending precious energy that they cannot afford to waste. These long swims, sometimes covering hundreds of miles, increase the risk of exhaustion, hypothermia, and even drowning, especially for young cubs. The fragmentation of the ice can also separate bears from their traditional hunting grounds or denning areas, disrupting their ancient patterns of movement and behavior. The timing of the melt and freeze-up is also critical. An earlier spring breakup can separate mothers and cubs from their prime seal hunting areas, before the cubs are strong enough to handle the challenging conditions. A later autumn freeze-up extends the fasting period on land, further depleting the bear's energy stores. This mismatch between the bear's life cycle and the new altered seasonality of the ice puts immense pressure on their ability to survive. The very foundation of their world is becoming less reliable, forcing them to adapt to changes that are happening far faster than evolution can keep up. The vanishing platform is the single greatest threat to the polar bear's future. The conservation of the polar bear is a responsibility that extends far beyond the Arctic Circle, because the primary threat to their survival is climate change driven by global greenhouse gas emissions. Their fate is intrinsically linked to the energy policies and actions of the entire world. In recognition of this, polar bears are protected under national laws and international agreements. The 1973 Agreement on the Conservation of Polar Bears, Canada, Denmark for Greenland, Norway, Russia, the United States. It banned most commercial hunting. It established a framework for cooperative research and management to protect the species and its habitat. Under this international umbrella, each country implements its own conservation strategies. This includes establishing large protected areas that encompass critical polar bear habitats, key denning sites, and summer refuge areas. For example, Norway, Svalbard Nature Reserves. United States, designated critical habitat in Alaska. These protected areas can shield bears from localized threats like industrial development and excessive tourism, but they cannot protect them from the overarching threat of a warming climate and melting sea ice. The most important habitat protection, therefore, is global climate policy. The link between emissions policy and polar bear survival is direct and undeniable. Scientific models have clearly shown that polar bear population futures depend almost entirely on future global carbon emissions. If emissions continue to rise unabated, the Arctic is projected to become nearly ice-free in summer by mid-century, a scenario under which most polar bear populations would not survive. The most effective conservation strategy is the rapid transition to renewable energy sources and the reduction of our collective carbon footprint. The Paris Agreement on Climate Change is, in effect, a polar bear survival plan. Ultimately, the polar bear has become a powerful symbol of climate impacts. It is the canary in the global coal mine. Its struggle on vanishing ice warns of broader consequences for a warming planet. Protecting this species is not just saving an animal, it's protecting the entire Arctic ecosystem and the stability of the global climate system we all depend on. The responsibility lies with all of us, through our individual choices and the policies we demand from our leaders, to ensure that the king of the Arctic has a kingdom to rule for generations to come. Our journey through the world of the polar bear has been guided by facts, painting a detailed picture of a truly remarkable animal. Its immense size, its two-layered coat, its black skin. We explored its incredible senses, a sense of smell so powerful it can read the story of the ice from miles away. We witnessed the tender beginnings of life in a dark snow den. and the long apprenticeship, where a mother teaches her cubs the art of survival. These facts lay the foundation for our understanding, moving us beyond admiration to a deep appreciation for this masterpiece of evolution. We have also confronted the central, unavoidable fact: its absolute dependence on sea ice. This frozen platform is not just part of its world, it is its world. It is the stage for the patient hunt at a breathing hole, the platform for an explosive ambush, and the highway for vast seasonal migrations. The rhythm of the polar bear's life, the spring feast and the summer famine, all dictated by the seasonal pulse of this ice. We have seen how this entire existence is a precise, delicate calculus of energy. Every calorie gained from a high-fat seal meal is weighed against the energy spent to acquire it. The polar bear and the sea ice are not two separate entities, but one interconnected story. The most critical fact we have faced is that this icy world is vanishing. The ground is literally melting beneath the polar bear's paws. We have traced the cascading consequences of this loss. Less ice means a shorter hunting season. A shorter hunting season leads to nutritional stress, poorer body condition, and declining health. This in turn results in fewer cubs being born and lower survival rates for the young. The increasing encounters between desperate, hungry bears and northern communities are a direct echo of this vanishing ice. The fate of the polar bear is inextricably linked to the fate of its sea ice home. The science is unequivocal. Declining body weights, shrinking populations, altered behaviors, all pointing to a single cause: a rapidly warming climate. The polar bear has become the unwilling poster child for climate change. Its struggle for survival is a direct reflection of the changes we are imposing on our planet. A story written on the melting ice at the top of the world. The story of the polar bear does not have to end in tragedy. While the facts of its decline are sobering, they are not a death sentence. They are a call to action. We have seen the incredible efforts of people on the front lines. Community patrols working to keep both people and bears safe. Dedicated scientists enduring harsh conditions to gather the data that guides our actions. International agreements that bring nations together for a common cause. These efforts are a testament to our capacity for compassion and ingenuity. They provide a crucial buffer for the bears, buying them precious time. But these local solutions, as vital as they are, cannot solve a global problem. The future of the polar bear is ultimately a future forged by choice. It will be determined not in the Arctic, but in our cities, our homes, and our halls of government. The single most important action we can take to protect the polar bear is to address the root cause of its declining habitat: global climate change. This means reducing our collective greenhouse gas emissions. It means transitioning to cleaner sources of energy. It means supporting policies and leaders who recognize the urgency of the climate crisis. Every small choice, the way we travel, the energy we consume, the products we buy, contributes to a larger global pattern. Our individual actions, when multiplied by millions, have the power to change the world. There is still reason for hope. The polar bear is a resilient and adaptable species. It has survived previous periods of climate fluctuation. If we can act quickly to slow the rate of warming and stabilize the sea ice, even at a reduced level, the polar bear may have a fighting chance to adapt and survive. The goal is not to turn back the clock, but to slow the change to a pace that nature can withstand. By protecting the polar bear's habitat, we are also protecting the stability of the global climate system that sustains all life on Earth, including our own. The fate of the king of the Arctic is a mirror reflecting our own. Let us end then with wonder. Wonder at this magnificent creature, this maritime bear that thrives in a world of impossible cold. Wonder at the intricate web of life it supports in the seemingly barren Arctic, and wonder at the breathtaking beauty of its kingdom of ice. This sense of wonder is a powerful motivator. It inspires us to care, and it drives us to act. The polar bear's future is not yet written. It is a story that we are all writing together, every single day. Let us choose to write a story of hope, of responsibility, and of a future where the king of the Arctic continues to roam its frozen kingdom.